Good morning, everyone. So today we'll discuss model test number 4. First question is saying, show that this expression, class, which property it is showing over here? Which property is visible to you in this given expressions or equation? No, it is not commutative, Ananya. Please see it again. Joel, correct. Sakshi, wrong. It is not that. It is not associative. Try to remember. Joel is correct. Which property of algebra is used over here? Ananya, now you are correct. Sarah, you are correct. It is distributive property. So we have studied the first property was, so we had studied that addition and multiplication are commutative. That means if you change the order, answer will not change. This was commutative. Then came the next one, that is associative. Then came the next one, associative. That is, yes, class, anyone remembering? Associative property, please help me. Anyone? In associative, we had, sir, video is glitching. Students, please confirm, is my video glitching? No, Ananya is saying it is fine. Please check your connection, beta. Now, anyone who remembers what was associative property? In this, we had three variables. Anyone? Please tell me what was associative property of addition or multiplication, if you remember. Please tell what was. So we can do this question by solving both sides. Yes, we can do. Okay, Ananya, but you forgot to put the bracket on a plus b in the first thing. So the property is very simple. If bracket is placed on b plus c, it is same as if you put the bracket on a plus b also. The answer will be same. This was your associative property. Also, in the case of multiplication, you can say a into b into c is same as a into b bracket into c. So this is your associative property, and the distributive one is a bracket b plus c. So here we need to distribute this a on b and c. It becomes a cross b plus a cross c. This property we will use in this given question. So class, we can start now by taking the left hand side. I hope these properties you remember now. Let's start the question. So the question is this one. Let us take LHS. Taking left hand side, we have got minus 8 upon 9 into 1 upon minus 5 plus minus 8 upon 9 into minus 7 upon 11. So class, what can we do is we can solve this left hand side, but it will give us 8 into 1 is 8 only, 9 5 is 45 plus minus 8 into minus 7 is what? Class, minus 8 into minus 7 is plus 56 upon 99. Now we can cut these negative sign because they both are in division. So now tell me what is LCM of these two? What is LCM of 45 and 99? What is the LCM? We can start with 3, 3, 15, 33, 3, 5, 11, then 5, then 11. The answer is 9, 5 is 45 into 11. So 45 into 11 is 495 is the LCM. Yes, Hitesh, very good. So the LCM is 495. What will we get here? 45 into 11. So 11 into 8 is 88. 99 into what? plus 99 into what is 495 into 5. So 5 into 56 is, please tell, 5 56 are, very good Abhinav, 18. 56 5s are 28. So we have got, it is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16, 2 plus 1 is 3 upon 495. So class, this is the answer of left hand side that we have got. Similarly, you will solve the right hand side. Let's start the right hand side now. So taking RHS, we will get minus 8 upon 9, 1 upon minus 5. This is plus minus 7 upon 11. Now let's solve this one. We all know we have to solve the bracket first. Plus, please solve the bracket first and tell me what is the LCM of 5 and 11. The LCM of 5 and 11 is, I can put the negative sign above also. You remember this thing. Tell me the, we can make this negative. 1 second. The LCM of 5 and 11 is what? 55. 55. 5 11 the, so minus 11 minus 35. So now we have got 55. 1 plus 1, this thing is 6, 4 minus. Now, finally, you have to multiply these two and these two. What will we get, class? The same thing. 368 upon 495 is the left hand side. That means we have got LHS equal to RHS, and that's the answer. So are you able to understand this question, class? This was your left hand side and this is your right hand side. They both are equal, hence this is verified. Now let me erase this. Now question number 2 we will discuss. Question number 2 is saying by what smallest number should 3600 be multiplied so that the quotient is a perfect cube. Okay, by mistake it came, I think. It should be, the number should become a perfect cube. So class, please check, is this 3600 a perfect cube? Please tell, is this 3600 a perfect cube? Let's see, 3 1s are 2s are 00, 3 4s are 00, 2 2s are 00, 2 1s are, then 2 50s are, then 2 25s are, 5 5s are, and 5 1s are. So you can see there are 2 3s, one triplet is complete, and then this one is again missing. So class, this is requiring 1 5, this is requiring 2 2s, and this requires 1 3. So we have to multiply this thing in the given number to get a perfect cube. So you all are correct. We have to multiply this thing to make it a perfect cube. Good. Now let's see the question number 3. Just in case somewhere. Okay. Question number 3 is saying factorize. Prisha, are you there? Prisha, are you there? Because you had doubt in this middle term splitting. Prisha, please confirm. Prisha, are you there? Please pay more attention because you had doubts in this middle term splitting. Let's see this question, factorize. We have to factorize x square minus 10x plus 25. First of all, tell me, is this number written in the standard form or not? Class, is this number written in standard form or not? Please confirm. Is this written in standard form? It is written. Type message here. Ananya, not getting your thing. Class. This the thing is because maximum power is coming first, then minimum power. So this is a descending powers. Descending powers. So this is a correct order. So in this correct order, this is the middle term. Although this question can be done directly by using an identity plus, although this question can be done directly using an identity, I will show you how to solve the same question by, yes, middle term splitting. So first I will solve this using identity and then I will go for middle term splitting. So let's see. Yes, it is simply a minus b square. We can see this x square is actually coming from what? X bracket square. It is fine. This 25 is coming from what? It is coming from 5 square. That means this might have come from minus 2 a b. So this is a thing. Can we compare this with a square minus 2ab plus b square? Yes, we know. And we can say the answer is a minus b whole square. Therefore, the answer is x minus 5 whole square. This is the way using the formula. Now we will try using the middle term splitting. Yes, Beta, you gave the correct answer. Now, let's see by middle term splitting how to solve this question. So class, we need to break the middle term, that is minus 10x, in two parts, m and n, such that the sum of m and n, that is m plus n, should be minus 10, and the product of m and n should be how much? Class, please confirm. The product should be how much? Class, it should be 25 into 1 because the coefficient of x square is 1 only. So it should be 25. Now tell me, what should be the sign of both the numbers? Are they both positive, both negative, one positive, one negative, or both negative? Harshul, very good. You have to understand because the sum is negative and the product is positive, they need to be both negative numbers. So we got the nature of the numbers. Now we have to just find the numbers. To find the numbers, we have to prime factorize this thing. To find the numbers actually, we should prime factorize this 25 and we will get 5 5s are 5 1s are done. So only combination left is 5 and 5 only. Can we say m is minus 5 and n is minus 5? Thus, can we say this thing? You can recheck. Minus 5 and minus 5 become minus 10 and minus 5 into minus 5 becomes 25. So both the conditions are met. So the values are correct. We can write the question as x square minus 5x minus 5x plus 25. Now let's take common. X is common. X minus 5 minus 5 x minus 5. Yes, we have to regroup. Class, one more thing. I need to do this step in front of you only. Please tell me what is common in the first two things. What is common in these two? Here x is common, very good. So we have got x minus 5. What is common in these two? Right now, only thing common in the second, the third and fourth is what? It is 5. Very good. So shall I take plus 5? Right now I'm taking plus 5. Okay. As per you, Harshul and Yashna, I am taking plus 5 as common. What is left inside? Please tell. If I take plus 5 as common, what is left inside? No, Harshul, try to be correct. Yashna, that I will take later on. First, tell me what is left inside right now. If I take, no Harshul, no. I have taken plus 5 as common. Kindly see properly. I have taken plus 5 common. What will be right in the bracket? Anyone? In the third and fourth term, I have taken plus 5 as common. What will come inside? Sir, no offense, but you should have taken. Okay, one second. Who's this? Joel. Yes, beta, that is also fine. Hiteshri saying X and 5. Rudra is correct. Rudra is quite correct. He is getting the right answer. Others, please tell what should I write in the bracket? No Shresht, no X minus 5. Please see what is common. I have taken common plus 5. Don't confuse. If I have taken plus 5 common and you say inside we have X minus 5, are these two same? If I have taken plus 5 common and you say inside is X minus 5, are these two same? Yes, Ananya, now you are correct. Now you are correct. Yashna, still you have to understand what is common. We have taken common as plus 5. That's why no sign will change. First number is minus X, then we have plus, then we have 5. This will come inside, not this. This is wrong. Okay. Now you are able to understand what will come inside. Everyone, is this clear to you? How to take common? If you are taking a plus sign positive, or sorry, a positive sign common, no sign will change inside. If you take negative sign common, then all the sign inside will change. Yashna, please confirm. Is this clear to you? Yashna, if you take plus number positive, or for the positive number common, no sign will change inside. Okay, okay, Smriti. Now class, can we take these two common right now? Are these two same? Are these two same? No, they are not same. So again, this was a realization. If you had done this thing before only, it would have been easy. So we have to make them same by taking minus 1 common from the second bracket. So it becomes x minus 5 minus 5 x minus 5. So now I have taken negative common from the second bracket, and then these two are exactly same and we can take them common. So x minus 5 will come outside. Then we have x left minus 5. This is the answer. So I have solved the same question using identity and using the middle term splitting. Middle term splitting is the final form. It will help you in any question, but identity will help you in particular questions. I hope this is clear to you. Let me erase all this. Let us take next question, question number second part. Class, please help me in this question. Can we do the second part using any identity? Please tell. Can we solve the second part using any formula or identity? Please tell. Ashwin is saying no. Smriti is saying yes. Smriti, you can use any formula for this, for the about that a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square. Yes, fourth one you have to use, that is middle term splitting. Now tell me first thing, is this written in standard form? Yes, there is no number whose square is 26. Very good, Joel. Please tell class, is this written in standard form? Yes, because the powers are in descending order. Here the power is 2, here the power is 1, here the power is 0. Class, can you see? Here the power is 0 because there is no x. If you want to put a x, you have to put like this. So you can say the power of x is 0. So hence it is correct. Okay. Now, tell me, how will you break this? You will break it in such a way that m plus n should be 15 and m into n should be 26. First, tell me about the nature of numbers. Are they both positive, both negative, one positive, one negative, one negative, one positive. They both are positive because sum is positive and product is positive. So both are positive only. So we are ready with the nature of the numbers. Now we have to find the numbers itself. So we need to prime factorize this 26. We will get 13 and this is done. Now tell me, will this help us? Yes, 13 plus 2 is 15 and 13 to the 26. So we can say m is equal to, you can take m as 13x and n as this 2x, that is fine. So let's break it, x square plus 13x plus 2x plus 26. What will we get? The common thing is x plus 13, and here the common is 2, x plus 13. From these two expressions, x plus 13 is common. We will get x plus 13, then bracket x plus 2. This is the answer. So I hope this was clear to everyone. Please confirm. Any doubts in this question? I think Prisha is not there today because she had doubts in these questions. Okay. Smriti is clear with the question. Good. So I hope this middle-term splitting part is clear to everyone. In class 9, these concepts will help you a lot because there are many questions based on these middle-term splitting. They are little tough in the way of details. They will contain some under root terms also. But if you have got the concept, it will be easy for you. Now, Yashna, let's see the next question. Question number 4. Simplify. So class, we have to simplify this question. What should we do first to simplify this? Any idea? Because nothing we can do right now, so we have to just open the what? Brackets. And to open the bracket, we can see there is a whole square given to us. So we have to go with the formula. No, Harshul, I have told you. If question contains the variables, the formula should be in different variable. Don't say we have to use the formula of a plus b whole square. Say we have to use the formula of in a different variable. Harshul, we have to use the formula of Harshul. I told you if question contains the variables as in the formula, you need to write the formula in different variables. So you can say we have to use the formula of x plus y whole square. We can use this formula and we all know it is equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square, where x is 7 upon 9a and y is 9 upon 7b. So let's put the values and open the first bracket. It becomes 7 upon 9a whole square plus 2ab plus b square, and there is minus ab already. This was present in the question only. Now let's solve it further. What will we get in the first place? 7 square is 49, 9 square is 81, a square plus, what will happen here class? 9 will cancel, 7 will cancel, and we will have plus 2ab plus 81 upon 49 b square minus ab. So we can simplify these two further, and the answer is 49 upon 81 a square plus ab plus 81 upon 49 b square. I hope this is clear to everyone. We have just opened the bracket using the identity and then simplified it. Is it clear to everyone? Please confirm. Class, please confirm. Is it clear? Yes, sir. Harshul. Good. Now this question is the last for today. Please tell me which figure is this? Is this a pyramid or a prism? Again, you need to go to the basics of pyramid and prism and need to understand what do we mean by pyramid and what do we mean by prism. Yes, Abhinav. So we need to go to Egypt right now And in Egypt, we have seen these kind of figures where the lateral surfaces, plus in a pyramid, the lateral surfaces are, the side surfaces are, plus in a pyramid, the lateral surfaces are, anyone? How do you? Yes, Joel, correct. In a pyramid, the lateral surfaces are triangles. Yes, Mridhi. So you can see this is a lateral surface, triangle, triangle, triangle. But to name a pyramid, again, we have to see the base. So class, if you see the base of this pyramid, the base is a triangle. The base is a triangle. So what should we call this pyramid? The name of the pyramid is triangular pyramid. Very good, Rudra. It is triangular pyramid. Fine. And now they are saying verify the Euler's formula. I think you can verify it very easily because the formula yesterday only we have discussed. The formula was V plus F is equal to E plus 2. So you need to find the value of V. What is the value of V? Vertices, how many are there? How many vertices are there? There are 4 vertices, one on the top and 3 on the bottom. How many faces are there? Again, there are 4 faces again because 3 faces on the triangle on the lateral side and 1 on the bottom. So 4 faces. So the left hand side is 8. And how many edges are there plus? How many E? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 edges plus 2 is also 8. So left side equal to right side, hence verified the Euler's formula, and this is a polyhedron. Okay, so let me stop the recording.